Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Jennifer Weiss with Llama Yoga, and let's do some yoga today. So coming to your mat, go ahead and step the feet out nice and wide and dialing your feet out. And just taking a moment to feel your feet into the mat. We're just going to take the arms and begin to just sway side to side, bending the knees a little or bending them a lot. But just beginning to connect that breath and movement. Taking an inhale as you sweep to one side. Exhaling as you sweep to the other. Inhale and exhale. You can adjust the legs as needed. Slowing this down as much as you would like. Speeding it up if you need to match your breath. Just become in tune with where your breath is right now, on this day, at this moment. You can gently begin to soften the eyes. You can close the eyes if you wish. Taking a few more rounds side to side. And then pausing on that right side. Hands can come to the thigh. Hands can come to the mat, or coming anywhere in between using a block or any props you have at home. And then slowly begin to straighten your left leg. So right knee is bent, right knee is pressing over the ankle. And then feel as though you're going to press that knee and your tush back away from you. And then slowly lifting up, switching sides. Bringing a bend into that left knee, right leg becomes straight. Hands to the thighs, to the block, to the mat. Pressing one arm right over the ankle, and then feel as though you can feel your outer glutes in your your left side pressing back. And then gently coming back to center, just beginning to sway side to side again. And working our way all the way up to stand. Heel toe the feet in. Let's come to the top of our mat. Hands to your heart. Breath in. And a breath out. Setting your intention for today's practice. What is it that you need in your life at this exact moment? Release the hands down, send them up to the sky, press the feet down. Gently begin to fold over the legs, bowing. Draw the hands up onto the shins, lengthen the spine. and refold. Bring hands to the mat. Go ahead and step one foot and then the other one back, coming into downward facing dog. Grounding our hands, all 10 fingers pressing down and forward on the mat. Lifting up through the arms, lifting up through the ribs. Tailbone pointing towards the ceiling, heels resting towards the earth. Go ahead and reach your right foot up towards the sky. Hug the right knee into the belly. Roll forward into plank. Send the right foot back and up. Draw right knee into the belly. Roll forward. Hug that knee in a little closer. Last time. Reach right foot back. Right foot into the belly. And then from here, we're going to step right foot between the hands. Back foot will spin down. We're going to lift up, warrior two. So bringing that pelvis right in the middle between front and back foot, extending the arms out to the side, gazes over those right fingers. Feel that lift through the sideways. And then bringing left hand either to the waist or to the back leg. Right palm will turn up. Keeping that front knee bent. Slowly reach up towards the sky. Stretching out the right sideways. And then dip yourself back. Reversed warrior. Circle the arm in front. Bringing that right forearm all the way down to your thigh. Left arm will extend out, up, pausing here. If you have any congestion, tightness in the shoulders, or continuing the arm over the ear, if all things feel okay today. Circle the arm down, come back up, warrior two. So finding a little more flow with just those two poses, three poses. So left hand down, right arm will reach up and back. Circle the arm forward. Extended side angle. And rising, warrior two. Make sure you come all the way up. Leveling your pelvis between both legs. And we'll go one more time. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale fully into warrior, reverse warrior. Inhale to transition. Exhale as you settle in. And then inhale, rising all the way up. Warrior two. Bring both hands down to the mat. Stepping back into plank. Either keeping the legs long or lowering the knees. We're going to go into one push-up. So lowering halfway down. Press all the way up. Lower everything down to the mat. Tops of the feet come flat on the mat. Circle the shoulders away from the ears. Reach the arms back. Palms can turn. Let's turn them towards the thighs today. So feel that extension from the top of your head to your feet. Locust pose. And then releasing the hands beside the body. Pressing up to hands and knees. And back, downward facing dog. Let's take 2 breaths here. Left foot will reach up to the sky. Hug that left knee in towards the belly. Roll forward into plank. Press the left foot back and up towards the sky. Exhale, squeeze the breath out as you squeeze the knee in. Last round, re-extending the leg. Draw it in. Plant it between the hands. Warrior two. So back foot extends out. Hips, heart, open towards the right side of the mat. Arms extend out. And I'll turn around. So leveling those hips between the legs. We're gonna bring right hand to the waist or down the leg. Left palm will begin to rise. Opening up the left side waist. And slowly tip yourself back. Circle that arm in front of the nose. Left hand to the thigh. Right arm will reach out, up, and again, check. How's it going in the shoulders? Stay here, or continue reaching that arm over the ear. And then all the way up, warrior two. Inhale, hand to the waist, left arm reaching up towards the sky. Exhale as you tip back. Inhale, begin to shift forward. Thigh, forearm to thigh, back arm reaching up, and maybe over. Slowly rise, warrior two. So the legs haven't moved. Just everything from waist up is really shifting and moving. Bringing that hand one last time. Rising. Spreading out that side waist. Circle the arm forward. Back arm reaches up and over. And then all the way up, warrior two. Bring both hands down to the mat, stepping back into plank again. Either keeping the legs long, lowering those knees, think about quality. Coming halfway down, press it right back up. And then let's come all the way down to the mat, tops of the feet on the ground, circling the shoulders back, rising into locust. So maybe on these first couple of rounds, keep the feet down. Extend through the chest. Extend through the crown of the head. Gazes down towards the mat. Release the hands down. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. From down dog, right foot will reach up to the sky. Hug the knee and roll forward into plank. 2 times. Send that foot right back up to the sky. Last time, we're going to draw right knee in towards the belly. Hug, hug, hug. Step the right foot between the hands. Back foot down, warrior two. So moving through our dancing warrior sideways series. We're going to bring back hand to our leg or to our waist. Right arm will reach up and back. Exhale as you tip yourself forward, forearm to thigh, or forearm can come down to the mat as you sweep that top arm up and over. Circle the arm in front. And a warrior two. So one big circle. Legs are kind of super glued in place. Let's start. Inhale, taking ourselves back. Exhale. Inhale as you begin to transition forward. Exhale as you land into the pose. Inhale to move back into warrior two. Exhale to pause. One more time. Reaching up and back. Circling forward. And then rising all the way up, warrior two. Both hands come down to the mat. Step back into plank. And then your choice for your chaturanga push-up, either knees down, straight legs, halfway down, press it up, all the way down to the mat, moving into locust. Shoulders roll back, arms extend back. Option if you would like to lift the feet, but think about getting that length through the body first. No extra tension into the lower back. Release the hands down, cross up and back, downward facing dog. From here, left leg will reach up to the sky. Draw the knee into the belly, roll forward into plank, hugging the knee in. Send the foot back to the sky. One more time, hug the knee in, really warming up our core here. And then stepping left foot between the hands, warrior two. Opening the arms, opening the chest. And we'll move through that same flow. Back hand to the waist or to the leg. Left arm reaches up. Left thigh stays anchored as you reach up and back. Circle the arm. Forearm to thigh. Or hand to a block or to the mat. As you reach up and over, extended side angle. All the way up, warrior two. Extending up and out. Next breath, begin to tip yourself back. And circle the arm forward. Choosing the place that feels right in your body today. And then all the way up, warrior two. Last round. Glue those feet down, glue those legs in place. Reach up and out. Circle that arm all the way down to the thigh, to the leg, to the mat. And then all the way back up. Warrior two. Bring both hands down to the mat. Step back into plank. One chaturanga push-up. Lowering halfway down. Press it up. Come all the way down to the mat. Release those toes. Roll the shoulders back. Think getting long in the spine as you reach those arms back. And again, option to lift the toes if it doesn't cause any additional stress in the lower back. Lowering the hands. We're going to move through one more round, back up into downward facing dog. Right foot reaches up to the sky. Hug the knee and roll forward into plank. And see if you can really touch nose to knee right here. Step that right foot between the hands, warrior two. From here, back hand to the waist, to the leg. Reach that right arm up and back. Circle the arm forward. Again, hand to the forearm to the thigh, to a block or to a mat. Top arm reaches over. Circle that arm down and up. Warrior two. Inhale as you set up reverse warrior. Exhale, enjoy the pose. Inhale, shift forward. Lifting the top arm up and over the head. Exhale, warrior two. Last round. Drawing that arm up and back. Circling the arm forward and up and over. And then all the way up. Warrior two. Bring both hands down to the mat. Step back into plank. One chaturanga push-up. Come all the way down to the ground. Locust pose. Extending those arms back. Reaching the crown of the head forward. Chin curls in. Release the hands down. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. So our last round, left side. Left leg extends up towards the sky. Hug the knee into the belly, roll forward into plank. And then see if you can bring that knee and nose a little closer together. Step the left foot between the hands. Warrior two. Opening out, extending forward and back, up and down. Back hand to the waist or to the leg. Left arm is going to reach up and back. Circle the arm in front. Left forearm to thigh or down towards the mat. Right arm up and over the head. Circle that arm in front. Warrior two. Inhale, begin to shift back. Exhale, enjoy. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale. And then inhale, begin to rise. Warrior two. Exhale, pause. Last round. Letting your breath take you on this journey between the poses. You circle forward, extended side angle, and then rising up, warrior two. Bring both hands down to the mat, coming into plank. One more push up, lowering halfway down, press it up, all the way down to the mat. Locust pose, circle those shoulders back, reach the arms back. Release the hands down. We're going to move into child's pose from here. So maybe taking the knees a little wider apart, sitting the heels back, sitting your hips back on your heels. And if this is uncomfortable, you can be up higher. as well as you can bring blocks underneath your glutes. And just taking another breath here. And then from here, coming back up to hands and knees. And we're just gonna come on down to our right side. Just coming onto our right side. And we're gonna set up for kind of a Pilates leg series. So working our core here. So a few options with the arms, depending on what's going on in your shoulders. You can be up on your forearm. You could be down and just propping the head up. Or you could release the arm long if there's any tension in the neck and just lay the head down. So picking one of those places that feels appropriate in your body today. Your left hand is just gonna come in front for support, and then go ahead and extend the legs long. So now your back and your legs are all in line with the back edge of your mat. And then slowly, just kind of like you're hiking your legs forward. You're just drawing your legs a little or a lot forward. If this still feels a little too much to maintain, go ahead and bend the knees. Okay? So one of those places. Great. So we're going to take and lift that top leg off the other. And then just taking a moment to swing that leg forward and back. Just get a feel for the hips. And so what we would like to do is we want to keep our left hip stacked right on top of the right. We don't want to go into kind of this whole bending and arching in the spine. We want to keep everything nice and tight through the core. So use this first kind of activity to just feel what you feel. And maybe you're barely moving your foot forward and back in order to keep the hips in line. Great job. All right, bring the leg right over, the left leg over the right. And we're going to turn our toes up towards the ceiling, and we're going to slowly begin to slide that foot up the leg. So creating tree pose here. And if everything feels all right, go ahead and extend that leg up towards the sky and down. So feel as though you're sliding up, extending, and down, any amount. And again, let hips are nice and solid and keeping you in place. Let's reverse the order. So we're going to take that leg up, bend the knee, slide the foot down the leg. Up, in, and down. Up, in, and down. Last one, lift it up, bring it in, and down. And then just small circles here. Circling the leg, maybe starting clockwise to circle. Baby circles. And notice what goes on with the hips. I felt a little wobble here, so I made my circle even smaller and slowed it down. And then reverse the direction. So really waking up our abdominals, our glutes, our thighs, things that get a little sleepy when we're sitting at a computer all day. Nice, go ahead and bring that foot down. Now we're just gonna roll onto our left side. Or you can, like me, just switch directions if you want to keep facing the camera. And choosing any arm variation. If you felt like, hey, halfway through this, I got a little tired and I was not able to sustain it, go ahead and just take yourself there, if that's all the way down to the mat. And then starting by extending those legs and the back all the way in line with the back edge of the mat. And then you're gonna just bring the legs forward a little or a lot, keeping the legs straight or bent. And then we'll lift that right leg off the left and playing with just kind of swinging it forward and back. And just noticing what's going on this side of the body. Is this side a little stronger, a little weaker? And adjusting your range of motion here based on what you feel. If things feel a little bit more wobbly, just move a little forward a few inches and a little bit back a few inches. Things are feeling really great. Extend that leg forward and back. I tend to find that the smaller movements really, there's a little bit more engagement there versus trying to get the bigger ones. Great job, everyone. And then stacking that right leg above the left. We're gonna play around with our tree pose. So sliding that right foot up the left inseam and then extending right leg up and down. Slide the leg up, extend out through your spine, up and down. Nice job. In, up, and out. Up and out. And let's switch directions. So we're gonna go up, bend the knee, bringing the toes towards the leg, slide it down. Up, in, and slide. Twice more. Up, in, and down. And up, in, and down. And then for those teeny tiny circles, circling the leg in one direction, keeping the hips and the midsection from wobbling too much. Great job, you've got this. And then switching directions, circle, circle, circle. Awesome. Lower that leg down. Let's come onto our belly. Bringing our forearms down. Go ahead and slide your forearms right underneath your shoulders. Press down into the mat and then slowly feel as though you're going to slide the forearms back as you begin to extend your spine up towards the ceiling. Shoulders roll back and down. Gaze is forward. Sphinx pose. And then lower everything down to the mat. Go ahead and bring your forehead to the back of the palms. And we're going to do a little bit of strengthening for the back side of the body. So from here, we're going to extend the arms forward on the mat. Head is down still. And on your next inhale, begin to slide the arms back into cactus. As you lift the chest up slightly, gaze is still down. So bending those elbows. And then keeping the lift as you begin to send the arms back, palms facing towards the thighs. And then option if you'd like to add the legs here. Release the legs if they were lifted. Take the hands to the lower back, lower down. Inhale, sweep the arms straight back behind you, lifting your chest. And then taking the arms out to the side, bending those elbows. From here, reaching those arms forward and over the head. And now everything down. Next breath, lifting up, arms extended forward, toes pointing back. Bend the elbows, rising up. Send the arms back. Palms to the lower back, release the head down. And here we go again. We're gonna reach our hands towards our feet, extending the spine. Take the arms out to the side, bending the elbows as you stay lifted. Breath is even. Extend the arms over the head. Bring everything down. You can bring the forehead to the back of the palms. And then from here, we're gonna press up to hands and knees. And back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's step all the way to the top of the mat, folding over the legs. From here, rising all the way up, take the arms up and over the head, and bring the hands into the heart. Go ahead and bring the hands to the waist. We're gonna shift and bring our weight over into our right foot. And now left foot will either come to the inside of the calf or to the inside of the thigh, setting up tree pose. And or you could also have your foot propped up, toes down. So above or below the knee. Press the foot into the thigh, press the thigh into the foot or any body part that you're touching back into your foot. Lift up out of your hips. Feel that extension through the side waist. Crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Go ahead and bring the palms to your heart. And either staying right here, or we're going to interlace the fingers and pressing your palms forward. And if everything feels all right, gently begin to extend the arms up towards the ceiling. So any height, if you feel any discomfort in the shoulders, just stop. Draw the ribs in a little bit. Anchor through the hips. Slowly begin to release the hands in front. Bringing them in. We're going to bring our hands to our hips. And so last week, if you were practicing with me, we did warrior 1, warrior 3. So we're going to extend that left leg straight behind us for warrior 3. Whoa. And it's okay if you fall. You come right back into it. So extending that left leg straight behind you. You can keep those hands on the hips. And then from here, we're going to step back, warrior 1. So back foot's going to anchor down. front knee bent. Take the arms up towards the sky. Awesome. Go ahead and lower just the arms down. Again, to get the foundation here for warrior one. You feel as though you're walking on a tightrope, you feel a little wobbly, walk that right foot out to the right. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And as the arms come down, go ahead and interlace the fingers behind the back. Open up the chest, hugging the elbows towards each other. You can stay here or bow forward. Humble warrior. Arms can stay at the lower back or lift up and over the head. And then from here, pressing down into the feet, rising all the way up. We're going to turn to our left side and going into a side lunge over towards that left leg. Right leg straight. Take a breath in, lunge to the right, hands to the thighs, hands can come down to the mat. So nice slow breath as you move side to side. And then turning over your right foot facing the top of your mat. Hands are going to come down to the mat. Step back into plank. Come down to the mat. And here we're going to play with cobra. So sliding those hands right beside the chest. Tops of the feet are flat. Toes are pointing away. Roll your shoulders back and away. Elbows plugged towards the midline. And then slowly rising, maybe a low to medium cobra here. No tension in the lower back. If you feel any, lower it down a little bit. And then from here, pressing into the hands, onto hands and knees, lifting up, downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, left leg will reach up and lower. Right leg will reach up and lower. And looking at the hands, walk, jump, step to the top of the mat. Fold over the legs. Hands to the hips. Let's come all the way up. And we're going to practice our tree pose on the opposite side. So now left foot will anchor into the ground. Right foot will either stack up onto the ankle, the calf, or to the inner thigh. So wherever you've placed your foot, anywhere but the knee, press your foot in towards the body, press your body back into the foot. Lift up out of the hips, lift up towards the ceiling, stack the head right over the shoulders. Hands can leave the hips and come to the heart. And then an option here of staying right here, or you can interlace the fingers, maybe interlacing them the opposite way, whatever way feels kind of weird. And then pressing your hands forward. And if you would like, lifting them up towards the ceiling. Finding a spot to focus on. Slowly bringing just the arms back, legs stand free. Hands to the hips. We're gonna release our right foot, still hovering in the air. I know that left leg is tired. It's about to get to relax. Extend that right foot back, warrior three. Spine is long, crown of the head is long. And then lower the back foot down, warrior one. So building a little more endurance in our legs by holding and pausing into the poses. Extend the arms up. Bending into that front knee. Back leg is straight. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, let them float down. Inhale, lift up. And as you bring those hands down, interlacing the fingers behind the back, opening up the chest, elbows hugging towards each other, staying here, bringing your shoulder and your torso to the inside of the knee, and then the option to lift the arms up and over the head, pressing down through the feet. One more breath here. Slowly begin to release the hands down, bringing them all the way up. Warrior one. And we're going to turn into our side lunges again. So turning to the right side of your mat. And I'll face forward. And we're going to move towards that back foot. And instead of swaying side to side, let's pause. So if you were here at the beginning of class, hands to the thighs, maybe bringing a block or a prop just to bring you down a little lower. Otherwise, if you were already here, maybe you begin to press your hips back and just take it a little deeper. Pausing on each side. We'll lift up, passing over onto our front leg. And then one more time over to the back. Taking 2 full breaths here. Knee is right over the ankle. Outer glutes are turned on to help press that knee out. And then one more time over the left foot. And again, turning on those left glutes, helping to press that knee away. And then let's turn forward. Step it back into plank. Lower down to the earth. Rising into cobra. Hugging those elbows in. Pressing the elbows back towards the feet. Low, medium, high cobra. And then all the way back and up, downward facing dog. From here, let's lower the knees down to the mat. We're going to bring our feet forward. And let's start with all the way down to the mat. And just letting the knees just roll and flop on over to the right. So however they were, just allow them to release. Arms can come out to a T or arms up and over the head. So without thinking too much about the legs, if they need any props underneath them. Just taking a moment here to feel what you feel. Bring the knees back to center. And then just letting them flop on over to the left side. Again, using props as you would like. You can stack the knees. Arms at any position so that both shoulder blades can be relaxed and on the mat. And then back to center. So walking your feet in towards your hips. We're going to take 2 rounds of a back bend. So if you are a regular practitioner of wheel and you want to take 2 wheels, go right ahead. If you want to mix it up, I will cue 1 round bridge and 1 round wheel. So beginning in wheel or in bridge, pressing the feet down, slowly begin to lift those hips straight up. And so you can feel the leg muscles, you can feel your glutes, everything is active as it's lifting up. And then taking the hands, you can grab the outer edges of your mat and just walk shoulder blades closer together. You could slide the hands under the body, interlacing the fingers, and then walking the shoulder blades closer to each other. Whichever place you've chosen, just pressing down through the hands, lifting the hips up, and breathing through the front body. One more breath. Releasing the hands to the side, lowering the torso down, lowering the hips down. Take a moment to feel the effects of the back bend. And then if you would like, going back into bridge or moving into wheel pose, both beginning the same way with the feet flat on the floor. If you're moving into wheel, hands come up and beside the shoulders, fingertips pointing in towards the shoulders. Pressing down into the feet, the hips will rise. Press into the hands to come up to the top of your head. And then pressing straight up into wheel. Or bridge. Enjoying 2 breaths wherever you come up. And then to lower down, slowly bring the head down. Release the torso down. Release the hips. And again, take a moment to feel what you feel in the body. From here, we're going to bend both knees in towards the chest. You can go ahead and give yourself a great big hug. And then bringing the knees out to tabletop. So knees right over the hips. We're going to bring both arms to reach up towards the sky. And then bringing right arm over the head. So just extending it towards the ground. You're going to extend your left leg towards the other end of your mat. And then bringing left knee, right arm up to center. Extend the right leg, extend the left arm. Bring everything back to center. Switching sides. Bring it up, moving to the left side. And let's move one more time each side. So right arm, left leg. Bring it back to center. Left arm, right leg. Nice and long. Bring everything in. Hug the knees. And perhaps moving to happy baby. So bringing the soles of the feet towards the sky. You can grab anywhere on the inner legs, inner feet, or even your first two fingers to your big toe. You're going to take your knees out wide. And it's just like you're in a squat, turned upside down. Knees are pointing towards the ground, soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Lower back is pressing firmly into the mat. And breathing here. And then gently releasing the feet down to the mat. Coming all the way down for Shavasana. So legs are long, arms are long. You can close your eyes if you wish. You could just soften your gaze. But starting with 3 full deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in and out. One more big breath. Coming to rest on the mat. And just noticing the shift and the change in the energy of the body. Return to your intention for today's practice. Begin to infuse your body with your intention. Feel free to stay here in Shavasana longer if you wish. Otherwise, you can begin to make your way all the way up to Sita. Bringing your hands to your heart. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful week. Namaste.